It's Christmas, so I'm feeling generous. I'm gonna give you the game. There's 3 ways that I used to use. 1 was the club, 2 was online dating, 3 was Target or Walmart. Now, they all involve props. See, the club, it involved me waiting until about 12:30 o'clock. And usually, I'm in Philly, so the club closes around 2 o'clock. So what I would do is, I'll wait till they was good and liquored up at 12. And they wanted to dance. And what I would do is I would dance with them, and I would wear a tight shirt because I worked out. And I'm not bad looking. So that was one way I used to pull them in. Now, that's not for everybody. I can give an update on that. Now, I'm not really into the club, and I guess now women may not be. They still looking for drinks because you're at a happy hour from work, so it applies more on what you're saying to them, and that can get a little tricky. So I tend to avoid that right there because there's a lot of predators out there. I mean, by predators, it's a lot of, sometimes it's more men than it is women, sometimes at these happy hours, and that can get you messed up. Because, a not good looking woman, now she's getting an elite or a select dude, because, dudes are trying to get their numbers up. So I try to stay away from that. So the second option I would use would be online dating. And with online dating is, you have to have a profile where you speak your mind. You kind of say what they want you to say, but you also speak your mind, and you basically tell them how good of a man you are, your expectations. So, update a photo of yourself, and don't try to reach too hard if you feel like you in that lane. If you're a fat guy, you gotta figure out what your lane is and go for that. Don't send no creepy messages. Don't ask to fuck them. Don't send no dick pics. I mean, if you can send, just act regular. And the third one that I also primarily used was the Walmart Target, and I used the prop. And basically, my prop would be, I would see something where they're at, look at an item, and I would comment on that item myself, and that really worked. So. And I would talk for a little bit, get their number. I would try to keep my conversation down to a minimum, and I would go from there. After that, I would engage in a couple of text messages with them, back and forth. Boom. Then I'll wait a couple of days and have an in-depth conversation, followed by drinks. And after drinks, you know what I mean? A couple days will go by. Either we go out on another date, or I'll take him to the crib where I will cook, where I'll have a dinner waiting for him cooked. Watch a movie. And you either fill out for sex, or fill out just for a kiss. Because a kiss tells them they like you a little bit. So that's what I would do. But sometimes people have a problem with, the in-between. In-between I'm talking about is your messaging skills and how you act and how you get there. Only way you can get there, because there's no script on that. It's just by catch and release. You mess up, get another one. You mess up, get another one. You mess up, get another one. And it just is what it is. And you just gotta keep doing that. And of course, I remember I said the fourth option. The fourth option is also, the church. I really didn't use it, but the church. I did go to church. Some sisters in there, looking like they wanted to talk to me. They had a St. Louis ministry. So and I never always came. Whenever I talked to a woman, I always came with an open mind. I always smiled. Always told jokes that made about myself, that just a little light humor, maybe to test them out. I don't try to go too far with my jokes. I try to gauge the atmosphere. Whenever I want to talk to a woman, I stayed up on women news, exactly what they like. I stayed up on politics. I stayed up anything. I stayed up what type of woman I wanted to get. I stayed up on the news and I educated myself, and then I worked out and I learned how to cook a little bit. And if you don't want to do these things, then you really don't want that good pussy. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. You gotta do what you gotta do. And you might say, well, no, I shouldn't have to do all that. Well, brother, you gonna keep getting what you gonna get? Are you gonna change your lane and get what you should get? You know what I mean? Be a king. These things you should know. You should want to work out for yourself. You should want to learn how to cook. You should want to educate yourself. You know what I mean? You should want to do these things for you. So, I know I wanted to do. I feel good. Handling the barbecue, handling, knowing how to handle the dinner. I feel good when I was in shape. I feel good learning about politics and news and some women news. I feel good knowing about her. There's certain things that you want to do to get where you need to get. And you just got to realize, sometimes it's really not all about you. That it's about her. But at the same time, you want to talk less about you and talk more about her so that you can gauge exactly where she's coming from. And you can learn how to get into her head and change. And eventually you want to change the conversation to yourself, obviously. Because you want to talk about, your accomplishments. You want to feel good. And you also got to engage. You also, she should naturally want to talk about you. So, then it gets to the point where is she just some woman that you want to have sex with, or is this a woman that you want to be with? And if you want to be with her and she always talking about herself and she's self-centered, like here's a great test that I always used to do. I would grab all the groceries, right? All the groceries, everything. And if she didn't want to open the door, to my place for me, or hold the door like a screen door, or take her grocery bag while I search for my keys, she was selfish. I got rid of her. She's no good. Just certain things that I would do. You just gotta, or like if you go out for dinner and she don't want to lay the tip. It's just certain things that as a telltale sign of a good woman versus a bad woman. And that's about it. That's all I got.